We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
But that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me. Ready? 0-2, 0-2. Hey, check right. Hey, easy. Mark 55, Mark 55. 36. Check. 55, check, 55.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and
a good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Stay 50.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Simmons on the tackle.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Stafford. Aguilar has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Washington.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Raheem Mostert becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers, nothing. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To the sideline and incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. He's opposite.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Conley's got it over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Chris Conley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
after 7-0 on EA Sports. We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Crunch down, defense. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Defense wins championships, baby. For me. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Good track, good track.
Throwing now is Breeze. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The tackle made.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike's set. Lady. Can I go here? 59.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The tackle made by Stephon.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Mostert, toss left side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington!
Ball carrier. Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers, nothing. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Keelan Cole now to return. A little juke. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tavon Austin. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Get off the field. Hey, mine's 50. Mine's 50. I got it. Switch. 5-9. 21.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Go, defense. We go 21.
This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Woodyard on the tackle.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
By Stephon Gilmore. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7. Steelers nothing.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
By Shaq Thompson.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down, Washington.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This is Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Ball carrier.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Ball carrier.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a give to Mostert running right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A carry here for Hunt. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A handoff running left is Mostert, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Carson, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, check.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yards that time on the punt, and the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it at 1st and 10.
Yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. White. Kill.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Washington.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Third down.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Stafford. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Breeze.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Breeze. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And able to find Conley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Breeze to throw. this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
For Chris Carson, incomplete. Brings up third down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
A 27-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
Taken down at the 40.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Breeze now. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
6-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Parker. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready? Waiting. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Do it again, buddy. Do it again.
That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks you want.
You want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hunt. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Big 20. Let's get there.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
And
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Mostert, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Simmons on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Parker touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
For the point after.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go! Block 59! Block 59! Pin, pin! Kill, kill, kill! Turn up! Kill, kill, kill! Turn up! Check 59, Mike!
There's Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing
that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Delay of game penalty, ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
The 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to let one go deep for Park. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
That's good.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of
Second and goal from the 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Tavon Austin on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Switch. Switch gears. 6 down. Check 6 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Stephen Hauschka.
Raheem Mostert standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Breeze to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Breeze. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he locates Walker, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Ready?
2nd and 12.
5-9. 0-2. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. No chance. 36.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
This is Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
At the 26.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin to clear you up. You're 21. You're 21.
On 2nd and 2, Breeze. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.